Hey Rockstars, welcome back to the channel. It's nice to have you all back again. Today, guys, we are going to Poland. And the title of today's show is There are 6 things that nobody does better than Polish people. Whenever I see phrases like this, I am so curious to know what exactly these people do better than other people. So without further ado, if you want to know what these 6 things are, stick with me to the end and we'll learn together. Without further ado, let's dive right in, guys.
In some weeks, I am about to celebrate my 8th year being married to a Polish woman. It's been a
Wow.
fantastic journey. We've had so much fun, and I've learned so much because you see, we come from 2 distinctly different cultures. In these 8
Okay.
years, I've been honored to get to know Poland, its people, their customs, traditions, and culture. And I've been fortunate enough to have been there so many times that by now, I think I have a deep understanding of who Polish people are. And during my
Ooh.
interactions and observations, I've noticed that there are some things that simply nobody does better than them. So today I'm
wow.
going to tell you 6 things that nobody does better than Polish people.
I like that. I just love that. The way he praises them. Oh, that's the kid. So cute. Oh, hey, that's the wife, I guess. Argue. Okay? Let's see
Have
what
you
he
seen
has to
some
say.
Polish groups on Facebook? Or have you read the comment section on some Polish-related videos on YouTube? Man, there are some brutal arguments there. You know what? I'll invite you to go to Wysokie and just go and read some of the threads. They're really long and actually quite thorough. And that is something that originally surprised me a lot. And I don't think so many people can do quite as good as Polish people, which is they know how to argue and they know how to argue really well. They
Wow.
are relentless. They will quote studies, percentages. They will even go to scientific papers in order to prove their point and win the argument. Oh, and beware,
Relentless.
they're not superficial. They really expand on their opinion of the subject that is being discussed. But you know what? It can get really crass sometimes, and I really don't like that. I've read some pretty disrespectful comments, and I believe there's no need for that. We can have an argument with different points of view without having to cut each other's throat. But what can
Exactly.
you do? Poles are really fiery people, and when they get going, they really get going. Latinos have a different way of arguing. We're also heated arguers, and for sure you're gonna hear 2 Latinos yelling at each other when they're having a quarrel, but we're also more dismissive. We're gonna pretend like we don't care, yeah, we don't mind, do your thing, leave me alone. But Polish people are not like that. They take it as if it's a personal attack on who they are, and they're not gonna let it go. It's not gonna be like, you have your way of thinking, I have mine, let's just shake on it. No, this is gonna drag for, hours arguing, trying to prove each other wrong. That being said,
Ooh.
arguments are not only negative. Sometimes there's a debate where people are just exposing their opinions on a subject that is relevant or interesting. And in that case, Polish people are fantastic arguers.
Nice. Surviving. Okay.
We know Polish history. I've talked about it on previous episodes. But it's never a bad opportunity to remember, to never forget. Poland was the first nation to stand up to Nazi Germany and to Hitler. And then shortly after, it was invaded
Wow.
by the Soviet Union, and for a while, it was fighting both of those big monsters at the same time. And
Wonderful.
of course, how to forget that for more than 100 years, their nation stopped existing altogether. And during this time, they were still fighting. Their spirit was still alive. It was
Oh,
still
wow.
very much alive.
Wow.
Throughout history, they've had to learn how to survive, how to preserve the essence of what it is to be Polish. Their traditions get shared between generations with the utmost precision, pride, and honor. A simple recipe, a famous saying, some mannerisms, or a moral guidebook gets handed down from one proud Pole to another. I've learned that Polish people are courageous. They're fighters.
Wow.
They're survivors.
Yeah.
Having
Yeah.
endured so much. And yet
Exactly.
here we are, 2021, and Poland is a thriving nation, waving its white and red colors with pride.
Wow. Self-deprecating humor. Ooh.
Self-deprecating humor. Where I come from, this is not common at all. As a matter of fact, it's viewed wrong. I don't know if it's in the
Really?
whole Latin America or in Dominican Republic. Maybe my other Latino viewers can tell me how it is in your countries. But believe me, guys, in Dominican Republic, if you have too many self-deprecating jokes, or at least even one, people think you are depressed and you're sad, because otherwise,
Are you kidding?
why would you talk like that about yourself? I remember when Carolina moved to Dominican Republic with me, at the beginning we started meeting with friends and family, and of course, her being Polish, who are masters at self-deprecating humor, people would immediately feel bad for her. They were like, oh, don't say that about yourself. They just did not get the joke. It's very hard for us to understand why would someone make a joke at their own expense, whereas Poles are witty and clever when it comes to making jokes about themselves. And believe me guys, this is an art form at this point. They have it down to a T, and I believe the reason is because it comes from a place of humbleness. They don't like to boast, they don't like to brag. Granted, I've read and I've heard some comments that are a little bit too self-deprecating for my taste, but as a general rule, it's not like that. They're actually quite funny when they make comments like that at their own expense.
Oh, I see. Hardworking.
If there's one thing that the Polacos are well known for here in the UK, is their work ethic. They're extremely hardworking, and I believe this is because of old-fashioned manners. They are brought up by their parents and their grandparents to understand that respect is given and earned, and a big way to earn that respect is by working hard and doing your job well. Their endurance is famous and their tenacity is unmatched. Usually they don't have to be told to do something. If there's something that needs to be done, they're gonna do it. If they don't know exactly how to, they're gonna find a way. They will stick to something until it's done to the best of their abilities, and they don't quit even if the workload becomes demanding.
Nice. Wow, that's really good. Honestly, that's really cool. That's a great thing to hear and know. 1918. What happened? Oh, wow. Stubbornness. Hey.
So the question is, are Polish people stubborn or they're just persistent? What is your opinion? Tell me in the comment box below. If you're Polish, tell me what you think about yourself. If you are married or dating or friends with a Pole, what is your opinion? That's a tough one, isn't it? The definition of stubbornness reads as follows: a dogged determination not to change one's attitude or position on something. Let's read that again. A dogged determination not to change one's attitude or position on something. In my humble opinion, and once again, just based on my personal detailed observation, I do think that Poles are stubborn. When they choose their position on a given matter, it's almost as if it's written on cement. It's a blind belief that this is the way things are, and nothing is gonna make them change their mind. Let me tell you, it's actually pretty funny. Sometimes you can see a little glimmer in their eye, like they're thinking, maybe I am not 100% correct. But the outer shell, intact, unbroken. Their position, exactly the same. I found an interesting comment online that I want to read to you guys, and I want to invite my Polish viewers to comment on this, because I think this was written by a Pole. Polish people are obstinate, headstrong, willful, strong-willed, self-willed, bull-headed, difficult, contrary, recalcitrant, refractory, firm, adamant, resolute, inflexible, iron-willed, uncompromising, uncooperative, unaccommodating, unbending, but only when circumstances call for it. That is brilliant.
I see. Only when circumstances call for it.
I was recently talking to a buddy of mine who is also married to a Polish woman, whose identity I'll keep private just to protect the innocent. But, I said to him, hey man, you're also immersed in this Polish culture thing. You have Polish friends and, the vibe, same as me. I know you like many things from Poland, but do you have anything that you really don't like? And his answer, almost without hesitation, was, I cannot stand how they always want to correct you on every little thing, and they always think they're right. Yes, it's true. Albeit I'll say, it's not everyone. I know Polacos who are very good at listening and taking your opinions into consideration and actually not trying to correct you all of the time. Having said that, I think it's a little bit of a character trait. Remember how I said that Polish people know how to argue and their arguments are pretty heated? Well, I think that's the reason. I think they're always trying to somehow, some way impose their opinion and their knowledge upon others. So if you have some Polish friends and they're giving you a little bit of a hard time with this, you know what? sit back, chillax, grab a beer, and understand that this is just part of who they are. Unless
Exactly.
you're married to a Polish person and they're never wrong, you are never right, and in that case, ja pierd. Boom! That's all, guys. That's the end of the episode. I hope you liked it. If you agree with me on these things, please give us a thumbs up. Comment below your opinions on this and share this with a Polish person or someone that is with a Polish person, okay? See you next week. Bye-bye.
Wow, bye. There goes Dad. Rock stars. Do well to subscribe to his channel, okay? The link to his channel will be in the description below. Also, do well to like and share his videos. Like he said, comment. What is your opinion about these in the comment section? Let him know, and also let me know what you think, your thoughts about these things he mentioned, okay? Wow, this was really interesting to learn. I've learned some new things, but hey, don't post me on that. I am not sure. It is what he said I am holding on to, right? And if you're Polish, in the comment section, let me know if this is true or not. And if you're someone married to or dating a Polish person, also let me know, okay? This was really an interesting one to watch. I've learned some things, right? You know, there's sometimes you get to be courageous, and also there's sometimes you get to be firm in some things. You getting firm or you getting assertive doesn't mean you're a bad person. Yeah, there's sometimes you get to be firm in some situations that call up for that. But hey, remember what he said, that they are all these things only when the need arises, right? So they don't just, I think, argue for nothing. Maybe something came up for them to argue, and that is why they argued, right? So, nevertheless, I enjoyed watching this. I enjoyed learning some things. I really learned a lot from this, honestly. This was really an interesting one to watch, especially from someone that has been married to a Polish woman for, I think he said, 8 years, right? What do you think in the comment section, guys? Keep your comment rolling, and I'll be engaging with them soon. Thanks so much for watching till this far. Bye.